Hi, I'm Vic, the creator of SociSnap, the social media editor. Yesterday, my business partner, Peter Wolfing, asked me to cover a virtual podcast. This presentation is made up of an article Peter wrote, and I'm honored to present it to you in this special replay. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 18 minutes that could literally change your money situation and your life. I'll see you at our next live event.
I'm Victor Grant, and I'll be your host tonight. A little bit about my story. I started my online career as a talk show host at MSN, the Microsoft Network, back in 1994. Then developed software, and since 2002, I've been building my own indie search engine, earthgrid.com. And in 2012, I launched a keyword software called Search Triggers to help you rank higher in YouTube videos and in organic search results. And then soon thereafter, I created Living Funnels, which are content management tools and sales funnel software. Most recently, in 2018, I launched SociSnap, the social media editor. Tonight's topic is all about cash. Are you ready? Well, let's go. What is cash and why is it so powerful? Let's talk about cash, otherwise known as money. We think it's really important that you know what money is. I know that sounds a bit basic. First off, let's understand that money is an idea that is exchanged for products or services from one person or a group of people with another person or group of people. It's a simple agreement. Money simply represents a collective, conscious agreement that everyone in the world agrees upon. Stay tuned as we unveil the core concept of money. It will change how you view sales and marketing. People establish the value of what a product or program or service is valued and what it's worth. In other words, when I have a $100 U.S. bill, there is a collective consciousness in the world regarding its value. A mutual agreement of value was made between the buyer and seller of a product or service, that the package or the product that was bought. So let's go back around to explain this further. There's an accepted and agreed upon idea that everyone in the world agrees that with this $100 bill, it's worth and is valued $100 in real value. We know that when we have a euro, we know the value of that euro. We know its value compared to a $100 U.S. note. The way we know that is because there's an agreed upon collective consciousness of its value. It's the same with all the currencies around the world. Just as there is a stock market, there's also an exchange of money for shares of stock in a publicly traded company. There is a currency market. People trade currencies. In the currency market, aka the Forex market, standing for foreign exchange, this is where the agreement is challenged and tested every single second of the day. In the currency and commodities markets, to make sure that the collective consciousness of all people in the world agree on the value of what money is worth, this is why there's trading. Now, there have been times in our history where we do not agree on the idea of the value of what that currency is worth. There have been times when what's happened, and when we don't agree as an accepted collective, we need to agree on the consciousness regarding money. When there's not an agreement to the full value of the currency the money's worth, it causes financial turmoil. Look at what's happening in the country of Venezuela or to some other parts of the world right now with their currency value. One day it was worth 100, and the next day it's worth pennies. Inflation spikes, thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, even 1,000,000%. What causes that confusion of the value of that idea of money is one thing and one thing only: distrust. In other words, whenever there is dishonesty, whenever there is corruption, whenever someone cheats or lies, whenever someone tries to take advantage, whenever somebody manipulates a market or a marketplace or tries to manipulate the value of something or does something that breaks the integrity of the disagreement, there is a break in the integrity of the agreement where money in any way was involved. And there is an agreement break in the integrity of the truth and honesty. That's when money devalues. In fact, money is probably the first thing to go down. Money will leave before the people leave that country or that location. Money leaves before the physical goods and services leave. You must go overboard to earn the trust by over-delivering on the product quality and commitment to the buyer. And countries need to think about this too. The integrity and professionalism you must have when selling anything to anyone will show up in your bottom line too. So just like countries need to obey these laws, so do you in your business. So how can you earn that trust? How can you over-deliver value? How can you increase the quality of your product? How can you build this commitment with the buyer? You must sell. You mean I have to sell? Yes, you must sell. Let's understand first off that all of us who are in sales, you probably have a higher degree of desire to create wealth and money than most people. Your livelihood depends on it. Let's face it, you're here tonight because chances are you want to learn how to make more money. Most sales professionals at some level are money motivated, and that's a really good thing. And it's a scary thought that so many sales professionals are afraid to claim that. It shows up in their closing ratios. It shows up in their results. But as sales professionals, we want to earn money, and we want to earn as much of it as we possibly can with integrity in such a way that we give value in fair exchange to others. Because we understand that money is an exchange of value. It's an exchange of value for services and products. As sales professionals, what do we want to do? We want to provide a lot of value to our clients. We want to provide services, and we want to provide value and receive value in exchange for our services and our work that we do, for the value we bring to our clients in our lives. That's the sales secret. Bring real value. So if you're a sales professional, it's critically important in your mindset that the first part of your training is to understand that you are part of money, which is energy. Money is energy. We call that vibrational riches. That you, as the sales professional, are the conduit through which money and energy flows. We've all said nothing happens until sales take place, right? So if you think about it, what do we call money around the world? What's it known as? It's known as currency. So when we think of currency, we can easily get a picture of an electric current. When we think of an electric current, we can think of a flow of current and of money flows. Maybe you get a bigger picture of water. There's water currents. So when we think of money flow and energy flow and water flow, when we think of the word current, the word currency is right there. Current, C, there's the flow. Let me ask you a question. As sales professionals, What do we want to be? We want to be right in the middle of that flow. As a matter of fact, not only do we want to be in the middle of the flow, we want to be causative in the flow of money. As sales professionals, you want to be in that flow of exchange of value. You want to be right in the middle of the exchange of value and service. And you want to be rewarded as you ought to be. You want to be valued. You want to be rewarded for the value you bring to the services that you provide to other people, and so that they can then provide for their families as well as you provide for yours. Sales is your highest calling. You must believe that and own it fully. You've got to buy into that concept as a sales professional. When you're entering into the sales process, you're not just doing a task. You're living a calling. Sales is the calling. Sales truly does make the world go round. Without sales, there's no need for a product or a service. Product and services only flow when value flows. Service only flows when someone makes a sale. Sales truly do make the world go around. When there is failure in the expression and the exchange of value in any part of the world, that part of the world collapses. It collapses quickly. We see starvation, death, war, decay, and destruction happening rapidly. We've seen countries that are rich in natural resources, rich in human potential. We see these countries collapse because of corruption in their leadership. Why? Because trust was lost. All the potential resources and wealth have gone almost overnight. People starving to death, war breaking out, decay breaking out. It's critical that there is and continues to be a marketplace. It's critical that there be a free and integrous exchange of goods and services, that there be free flowing of ideas and products. Exchange is done in a very, very integrous way with truth and with an honest approach. The physical version of trust is right in front of us. All you have to do is look at the view of North and South Korea from space during the evening hours. If you've ever seen the picture, what do you see in South Korea? At night, there is an integrous system where there is honesty in their system, where the world's collective agreement and the world's collection of all the ideas flowing. You see lights lighting up all over South Korea. The value of South Korea's currency is all in agreement because of the integrity of their systems. You literally see the light shining at night in South Korea. In North Korea, all you see is darkness because of a curfew. And that darkness is not there because they don't have light bulbs. It's there because they don't have trust. That darkness is caused by distrust, oppression, dishonesty, manipulation, lying, cheating, and stealing, and by evil energy, and by the break of the natural flow of currency. So why are we going on and on about this? Because it's the base by which you can build a solid business. It revolves around the positive energy of money. And you can very clearly see those results if you understand these universal but not widely known concepts. In South Korea, we understand that the people there allow their light to shine, and that shine represents the truth. It represents freedom, honesty, trust, integrity, and the flow of positive energy. The kind of one country divided into one, operating the negative energy into one operating positive energy, one living in darkness and despair where people are starved to death in the north, and then the other one living in light and prosperity and growth with innovation. One where money is restricted in the north, One where money is made and welcome, where it flows. It's a very, very clear visual picture. As sales professionals, we must operate with the highest integrity, professionalism, and trust. These concepts are powerful. Think of other forms of energy. Fire itself is neither good nor bad. It's great when you're sitting around a campfire with your family, or if you're wanting to stay warm in the cold. But that same energy is not so great when your whole house is engulfed in flames, or when fires are burning down like they are here in California. Forests are being burned down. Fires are raging. Electricity, a fantastic source of energy and flow. It's really nice when you're cooking a warm meal. Not so good when your feet are wet and you step on a wet bathroom floor and you get shocked. Money cannot and will not stay where there is lack of energy, where there is lack of integrity, and where there is lack of trust. We want you to understand that as a sales professional, you're entering into a sacred relationship with another person. You're entering into one of the sacred energies of the universe. If you really think about it, the sacred energy of one exchange, the sacred energy of trust, the sacred energy of influence and persuasion, they're all one energy. It's the sacred energy of giving and receiving. That understanding is really, really important to the mindset of someone who's committed to becoming the very best sales professional they can be. Now it's up to you to use this wisdom to bless yourself and bless the world. So I'm going to unmute Orlando, who's tuning in here consistently every single week. And I just wanted to thank you because I think you really, really